The academic procession will enter the graduation hall. When they've taken their place on stage, Advance Australia Fair will be played, and we invite you to join in the singing of the national anthem. Could you please stand for the academic procession?
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I invite Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Warami Mitigere, everyone. Good afternoon and Nalawa. Welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the University for their acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here this afternoon. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. And so he enrolled his daughter, Bulungari, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately to secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them, and it became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We're very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now that was probably better understood in more traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought in was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here almost 250 years ago, he encountered a people whom he described as one of the happiest people he had ever met. They owned nothing but the tools they carried, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and harvested food from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. Now, these were not primitive societies, these were ancient cultures. So there was no rich and poor, no slavery, no armies, no rents or mortgages, and no homelessness. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained with fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here for the past 20,000 years. So remember, this is not a dream or an ideal. This is normal life for us, and for the longest time. And there's no reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we are a clever people, and there is still much magic in the world, I believe. So graduands, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, and we are normally and naturally a happy and healthy people. I would ask, though, that you share your gifts with the rest of us, stay kind and fearless, and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this, and I'm confident that we can put together a country and a world that we can be proud of, and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine now by winding up and letting you graduate. I just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you. Welcome to country.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce the Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University, Ms. Louise Mason, who will preside at today's ceremony.
Thank you, Chris, for your welcome to country. It's always wonderful having you with us. Colleagues, guests, families and friends of our graduands, and most importantly, all our graduands. It is my great pleasure to welcome you here today to this graduation ceremony. It is our hope that today is a very happy and memorable occasion for all of you. I also see that we have a number of small children and babies here with us. If they cry or if they want to run around, don't worry, don't leave the hall. They're very welcome. They're our students of tomorrow, so they are very welcome to stay. Please don't leave if they cry or run around. I almost had a little boy join me on the dais here the other day. Today is a milestone day. Today we celebrate the wonderful achievements of those of you about to graduate. Completing a degree is never easy. It requires an intelligent and inquiring mind, determination and perseverance, and you've made many sacrifices along the way to achieve your goals. You've worked very hard to get to this point, and you should feel very proud of what you've accomplished. We, as a university, are just as proud of your achievements, and I'm pleased to be able to congratulate each and every one of you today. I also want to especially welcome the families, supporters and friends of our graduands here with us as invited guests. The fact that you have been invited by one of our graduands to share in one of the greatest days of their lives is proof positive that you've been an important influence. So to our invited guests, congratulations and thank you for celebrating this great occasion with us. Our graduands may not realise it, but you're about to participate in one of the oldest of Europe's social rituals. If you were to pick a date, say 1500 AD, and look to see what social institutions were around then and are still around today, you'd find only about 60, including the Roman Catholic Church, the parliaments of England, Iceland and the Isle of Man, and 6 Swiss cantons. All the rest are universities. In fact, graduation ceremonies are even older than that. For more than 800 years, graduates have been donning gowns just like the ones you're wearing and participating in ceremonies just like this one. And since those earliest graduations, the ceremony has remained almost unchanged, a defining feature in the life of every university and its students. We all realise that Macquarie is not one of those ancient universities. In fact, we are just over 50 years young. And though we are among the youngest universities in the world, we're very proud to take part in this time-honoured ceremony today. We all know that youth has its advantages. Macquarie is a very modern and outward-looking university. We enjoy an enviable reputation for world-leading research excellence, research engagement and impact. We are continually progressing by extending our research, partnerships, course offerings and facilities. We have a proud tradition of innovation and discovery, and our pioneering approach is built upon a collaborative and connected learning community. This is a very exciting time for Macquarie University amidst much change, as the vision for this remarkable campus continues to unfold. No doubt you've witnessed the development as you arrived here today. We have over 190,000 graduates living in more than 140 countries around the world. It's very clear we're looking forward and we're on the move, and so are each of you. Some of the things we all value so much about Macquarie, however, will not change. When I was a student here and during my time on council, a defining feature of Macquarie was and remains the friendliness and inclusiveness of our staff and students. This is inherent to our culture, and I anticipate that it will always be so. Remember, you will always be welcome at Macquarie. Macquarie University will always be a leader in teaching and learning, and a leader in the accumulation of wisdom, knowledge and understanding. However, our collective journey is about building community, where we have shared values, where we share things in common, and where we care about each other, even when our points of views on some matters diverge. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. Ladies and gentlemen, academic and professional colleagues, and most importantly, our graduands, I offer you the warmest of welcomes to Macquarie University on this grand occasion. In just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. But first, it's my pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Mr. John Henry Eversgerd. John Henry is a Senior Managing Director of FTI Consulting. He leads FTI's valuation services offering in Sydney. He has over 20 years' experience performing valuations of businesses, brands and technology to help his clients understand the value of their investments in the context of mergers and acquisitions, strategy, litigation and regulatory purposes. John Henry has lectured on valuation and forensic accounting topics at the University of Melbourne and has presented at legal and accounting conferences and the Victorian Bar Association, Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand and Certified Practising Accountants Australia. He regularly provides expert valuation advice for court and arbitration matters. I now invite John Henry Eversgerd to deliver the occasional address. Please make him welcome.
Thank you. Thank you to the Deputy Chancellor, members of the faculty, staff, distinguished guests. Thank you for the invitation to be here today. Congratulations to the graduates for your hard work and for graduating from one of the top universities around the world. Thank you for letting me share this important day in your life alongside your friends and family. It is truly an honor. That's why I am so happy to say to you that after today, I hope you are successful in finding a great job, and sometime later, I hope you were fired from that job. Why do I say this? Let me tell you a story. There once was a boy. He was in his 20s, but in many ways, he was still very much a boy. He probably still is. Anyway, this boy, he graduated from a top university, much like Macquarie, and after a long while searching, much longer than he expected, he found a great job. He had to take a couple of not so great jobs before he found that great job. But he gained a lot from this job. He gained three main things from this great job. First, he learned what being in the workforce is like. He learned that if you graduate from a good university, most jobs, surprisingly, aren't really that hard once you get the job. He also learned that you don't have to be super smart, super intelligent to be successful. You can succeed by making it your goal to be helpful to your boss, to be helpful to your colleagues, and to be helpful to your clients. Second, from this job, he gained experience on his CV. He didn't know this at the time, but he eventually figured out that getting your first job makes getting your second job and your third job so much easier. The third thing he learned from this great job is that, or he gained from this great job, is that he met amazing friends and mentors. These friends and mentors were not only great to spend time with at the time, but they, many years later, are the ones he reaches out to when he needs help. After working at this great job for a while, the boy was laid off. He was made redundant. He was fired. But here's what was crazy. It turns out he learned a lot from getting fired. He learned more from getting fired than he ever learned from that great job. When it comes down to it, he figured out why he was fired. And getting fired taught him 5 lessons that he hadn't learned from his great job. 5 lessons. The first lesson, he learned that most people in their career will be laid off, made redundant, fired, lose their job. At least once, sometimes more. Nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it until you tell them that you've been laid off, and then they'll tell you. Second, he realized that he never really put his mind to how his employer makes money. He learned that thinking about how a company makes money and how a company loses money is a really useful tool to help you decide how to spend your time each day and what not to spend much time on. Before this realization, he spent way too much time on things that did not help his employer make money. He also learned that making money is not always the most important goal. The third lesson he learned from getting fired, he learned that people are by far the most important and useful source of information. More than books, more than the internet, more than even Instagram. He realized that he had been too afraid to ask stupid questions. So he had been learning only a fraction of what he could have been learning. He learned that when human beings don't understand something, they often nod and they smile and they try to move the conversation on to something else. A couple of you are nodding and smiling. Thank you. He learned an easy trick to overcome this habit. When you start to get confused in a conversation, or you think you might be missing something, instead of nodding and smiling and moving on, say these 6 simple words. What do you mean by that? I can't even begin to tell you how people open up and how much I have learned from saying those 6 simple words. What do you mean by that? The 4th lesson he learned from getting fired was that he learned he wasn't focusing on his strengths. He had been focusing too much on his weaknesses and spending too much time figuring out how to fix them. Accept that you can't be great at everything. Just be great at a few things. Lastly, and maybe most importantly, he learned that people are awesome. People are great. His friends and loved ones were amazing after he was laid off, after he was fired. The fact that they were supportive wasn't really surprising to him, of course. He expected them to be supportive and to try to help. But what was surprising was that they actually were able to help in very beneficial and impactful ways, which he had underestimated. So don't underestimate your family and friends. But just as importantly, not only were his friends and loved ones awesome, but mere acquaintances, people he didn't know very well, were awesome too. They bent over backwards to assist him in his time of need. So this boy learned that people love to help other people, and they are very generous with their heartfelt advice. You just have to ask for that advice. You may be wondering the identity of this boy I've been describing for the last several minutes, and as you may have guessed, it was Chris Hemsworth, Hollywood's Thor. Just kidding, it was me. Graduates, congratulations again for your successes. Enjoy your future great jobs, enjoy your future not so great jobs, and enjoy getting fired. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John Henry, for that great story and for giving up your time to be with us this afternoon. We appreciate it. As Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and conferring degrees on those who have complied with the university's requirements for such awards. I now call on our Registrar, Ms Gail White, to formally certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements for these awards.
Deputy Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
In the name of the Macquarie University Council, and by my authority as Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Deputy Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Macquarie Business School, and I call on Professor Lorne Cummings, Associate Dean Research of the Macquarie Business School, to present the graduates. Professor Cummings.
Deputy Chancellor, the graduates of this ceremony are from Macquarie Business School. Macquarie Business School is the largest faculty at Macquarie University and one of the largest in Australia. Our purpose is to provide inspiring and engaging business education and research that is useful to students throughout their careers and for solving society's biggest problems. Profound changes are taking place in the world today. The scale and combination of significant demographic, economic, political, technological, environmental and social changes underway present immense opportunities and challenges for business and wider human society. These changes, in turn, are shaping the nature of work and the patterns of education and skill acquisition that people need today. Our role is to create knowledge through applied research in the areas of marketing, management, finance, economics, actuarial studies, and accounting. Working with our academic and corporate partners, students and alumni, we create and share research that addresses business and societal challenges. Our programs are innovative and include engagement with industry as well as the development of employability skills. The skills developed are in high demand globally. Our programs are recognised and accredited by key industry bodies, and we enjoy a strong reputation amongst the business and professional communities. These graduates have the skills, knowledge and purpose to make a positive contribution to their families, to their communities and to the world. Deputy Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Macquarie Business School whom you have admitted to degrees. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the Bachelor of Commerce, Annalisa Baritan. Sarah Wakely. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the Bachelor of Science, Megan Lau. Jiong So. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Stephen Boré. Hannah Butler. Alexandra Kerry White. Ting Ning Chan. Lucinda Cristani. Ren Yu Fang. Kerry Innes. Mikia Irving. Joanna Kwake. Rachel Smith. Shujan Shu. Yara Mira Tobe. Wing Kian Trio. Jessica Weldon. Alexander Zamit. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Wong Yi Lian Kang. Mir Suvik Ali. Kevin Anthony. Bhavish Bihari. Ruari Boyd. Peter Broschowski. Yujir Tsai. Qingyang Cao. Lisa Caramone. Helen Chai. Jimmy Chan. Hui Jun Chen. Yue Xuan Chen. Andy Chai. Won Suk Chue. Andrew Cipollone. Liam Cormack. Marsha D'Souza. Chanel Dillop. Nan Ding. Casey Doe. Hue Ang Do. Michael Don Pedro. Zersin Fang. Omar Farouk. Lin Xiang Feng. Lachelle Floyd. James Fraser. Eve Fussell. Stephanie Gavrilova. Chuyue Gung. Sugandhi Hatanto. Najad Mohammed Nayem Hassan. Ruo Xiao Hu. Wenjie Hu. Clarissa Lee. Joselle Malari. Marcus McCanns. Abram Wiratma Molumbot. Toisoa Naititi. Saif Nazrul. Jian Helen Ng. Thang Ngoyen Viet. Natalia Pisfant. Manon Seclair. Mary Sambelli. Lian Su. Reynard Pascalis Swandi. Claudia Tahan. Cameron Teal. Neil Uman Thomas. Yang Tian. Min Truong. Jiao Yu Wang. Mackenzie Wichman. Arthur Hong Wong. Mu Hua Wu. Chiao Chu Zhang. Yan Chern Zhou. Van An To. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting, Ursuline Amade. Kandoka Nazifa Ahmed. Tamid Ahmed. Sally Atherton. Alice Baldacchino. Shane Barham. Lachlan Begg. Shubhanka Bera. Boyd Bloem. Kyle Bruce. Hui Lan Tsai. Vincent Carbone. Jin Chern. Teresa Chern. Gianni Chern. Jingray Chern. Longting Chern. Jikin Chim. Wei Chuan Chung. Nicholas Klaas. Jianghao Dai. TJ De Stefano. Wen Deng. Alyana Diokno. Adrian Doe. Vu Min Trang Doan. Kazi Janatul Ferdus. Rebecca Fluke. Palak Gupta. Gemma Hambley. Ridita Hassan. Kathy Her. Xiang Yi He. Junyang He. Adam Hung. Ting Xuan Xu. Chen Yang Huang. Kai Yao Huang. Matthew Hunt. Kwan Bo Jiang. Samuel Ha Yung Jing. Chen Jing. Tasneem Nahian Khan. Cho Ye Kim. Johan Kulapana. Taihas Kumar. Huang Ni Lam. Liu Zheng Lao. Vivian Lai. Wai Nihi Lee. Geron Wu Li. Jie Hyo Lee. Kaho Anders Lee. Ming Yu Lee. Hio Weng Learn. Jiale Li. Rayu Li. Yongquan Li. Hui Lin. Jing Liu. Ran Liu. Jessica Liu. Jinbo Luan. Chern Wei Louis. T To Wen Leung. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting Professional with the Master of Commerce, Sal Ira Gasapo. Kodchakorn Wathana Winatchai. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting, Bella Intanya. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting Advanced, Jing Chen. Tikam Van Chu. Yang Ge. Muhammad Ilyas. Inam Khan. Ti Tui Hang Lee. Fei Yu Lee. Diane Trisha Mercado. Pradeep Pudel. Yilei Yao. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting Professional, Imad bin Borak. Jamalur Riza Chowdhury. Benjamin Jutari. Tasina Khan Reedy. Abdul Martin Ilyas. Yijun Leo. Muhammad Shadman Reza. Yuyang Sun. Yuqian Wang. Dimuth Sinevi Ratni Yatovita Witahara Nalagay. Fahan Talukta. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Advanced Professional Accounting, Yi Woi Li. Yat Shang Pang. Chao Jun Tang. Shi Yu Wang. Yuezhe Wen. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Business Administration, Daniel Crabtree. Deputy Chancellor, a higher degree by research is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a program of study in which the defining characteristic is research. The Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to graduates who have demonstrated the capacity to conduct research independently by forming a distinct contribution to the knowledge of the subject and to afford evidence of coherence and originality shown either by the discovery of new facts or by the exercise of independent critical power. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. A.F.M. Mainul Ahsan, for a thesis entitled The Global Convergence of Financial Reporting in Bangladesh. Dr. Tian Yuan Feng, for a thesis entitled An Exploratory Study of Digital Disruption in the Accounting Profession through the Lens of Disruptive Innovation Theory in an Australian and New Zealand context. Dr. Xiao Liang, for a thesis entitled Determinants and Economic Consequences of Corporate Social Responsibility in China. Dr. Bradley Sayer, for a thesis entitled Choosing Among Stakeholder Strategies, How Do Managers Make Sense of Stakeholder Management? Deputy Chancellor, that completes this afternoon's presentation of the graduates from the Macquarie Business School.
Deputy Chancellor, I call on Dr. Tian Yuan Feng, who has graduated today with a Doctor of Philosophy, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Dr. Feng.
Deputy Chancellor, members of the University, fellow graduates and guests, good afternoon. It's a great honour to be asked to speak on behalf of the graduates from Macquarie Business School on this important day. Part of the journey is the end. First of all, I would like to say congratulations to all the graduates for achieving a major milestone in our lives. Think about all the sleepless nights and last-minute cramming we spent before submitting assignments, and dozens of liters of coffee we had before exams. Think about the nervous voices from our first class presentation and all of the frustrations during team meetings for our group projects. It's been a long way, hasn't it, with many ups and downs, but we finally made it, so well done. Along the way, we have met fantastic people and individuals that have supported and inspired us. I'd like to thank the academic and professional staff at Macquarie who make this university what it is. Their hard work and commitment to excellence in education have truly reflected the university's Chancellor-inspired model and gladly touch. I'd also like to thank all of our families and friends who stood by us through our study, provided us the necessary love and support through the tough times. They make a huge sacrifice in terms of their time to ensure that we achieve success. And many are here from far and wide to celebrate with us. A PhD can be a lonely journey. It's literally one assignment done over 3 years. Its journey begins where you say goodbye to lots of old friends whom you study with at the bachelor's or master level, who decided to move to different cities or back to their hometown to pursue their dreams. It's a journey often full of anxiety because you feel alone along the highway of the study, with many miles ahead, when the rest of your friends or families have taken the detour to move into the next chapter of their lives. It's a journey where you constantly question yourself whether spending 3 years to do a PhD is worth it or not. It's a journey where you often feel lost given the destination is so far ahead of you and out of sight. When I stand here now, basking in the somewhat vain enthusiasm of being Dr. Feng, I see journey differently. It's one of satisfactions of completion and of contributing to the stock of knowledge in my academic discipline. It's the satisfaction of knowing your friends and family have always supported you no matter how far apart you are. It's a journey where you receive tremendous encouragement and guidance from your supervisors and colleagues, urging you to keep going that extra mile. Therefore, on a personal note, I would like to express my deepest appreciation to my supervisors, Professor Lauren Cumming and Dr. Del Tweedy. It's quite lucky for me today to have both of them sitting on the stage. Please give me applause. Thank you so much, Del. Thank you so much, Lauren. Thank you for all the support, encouragement, and patience during my PhD study. I would also like to dedicate this achievement to my family members, my parents, my auntie and uncle, and my dear cousins. They're the ones who have made the thesis a reality by having faith in me and for giving me the courage to strive for higher goals in my life. Last but not least, I would like to thank my dearest friends, Harriet, Joyce, Catherine, and Katrina, for accepting nothing less than excellence from me. Our friendship always helps me to get through the loneliness and desperation, especially in the last few months before I submit my thesis. Fellow graduates, today we have attained an important milestone in our lives, but every end has a new beginning. Every detour leads to a new path. Some of us will be starting our career and working to our dream jobs. Some of us will continue with studies and master degrees or even a PhD. Life is full of potential, and every fork in the road has with its choices, risks, and opportunities. I can't promise you that your journey will be easy. Life never is. However, I am sure that we are better conditioned to navigate the roadmap of our life and the choices it presents us than we were 3 years ago. In quoting the famous words of Paulo Coelho from The Alchemist, when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. Thank you, and the very best for your futures.
Congratulations, Dr. Feng, on a remarkable 3 years and on your reflections of your time here at Macquarie. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ms Angela Brewer. Angela is CEO and Artistic Director of Coast Opera Australia and performs at all our graduations. Please join me in thanking her again. Please also join me in thanking our musicians. On the organ, Dr James Forsyth. And on the trumpet, Ms Melanie McLaughlin. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank our members of our alumni who come along and give their time during each graduation ceremony to make sure that we're all in the right place at the right time. Please join me in thanking our alumni. Graduates, this ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it is certainly not the end of our association with you. From today onwards, you are now part of the bigger Macquarie family. Our alumni network, over 190,000 graduates strong, spanning more than 140 countries around the globe, welcomes you to the fold. This is the beginning of the rest of your lives. We look forward to seeing you back on campus to attend alumni events, to perhaps undertake further study, or simply to visit the campus and reminisce about your times as students at Macquarie University. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I urge you to commit to lifelong learning and inquiry, to set ambitious goals for yourselves, to continue the hard work that has already brought you so far. And remember, you don't have to be Einstein to change the world. At Macquarie, we pride ourselves on developing each and every one of our students into engaged community citizens and leaders. So I urge you to always give thought to what you can do for others along the way. You don't have to do much sometimes to make a real difference to someone's life. Sometimes a kind gesture or a kind word can mean an enormous amount. I challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and to always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet on life's journey. My hope is that, as graduates of Macquarie University, you will use what you have learned here, not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of our community. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. It's also my hope that you always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom are here with you today. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I'm going to ask you to do a few things. But could all our new graduates please stand? Please place your testamers on your seats and turn around to face your family and friends and give them a big round of applause to thank them. You can turn back around now, but don't sit down just yet. Here on the dais are representatives of our academic staff who have also supported you throughout your journey. Please join me in thanking them. Graduates, please remain standing. Do pick up your testamers. You've worked hard for them. Don't leave them here in the hall. We'll soon leave the courtyard, the official party will soon leave the courtyard, followed by the graduates. As we do, Dr Forsyth will play the traditional recessional music of graduation, which has been played at ceremonies over the centuries. Again, to our newest graduates of Macquarie University, my warmest congratulations and every best wish for futures filled with success, satisfaction, but most importantly, happiness. Now, could I ask everyone else to please stand? Shortly, I'll lead the official party out to be followed by the graduates. I then invite all the graduates and families and friends to the marquee for refreshments. And thank you all very much for taking part in today's graduation ceremony.